What's up, guys? It's me, George. Bringing you guys something different from my other videos. I wanted to post this on Monday to do a little bit of MMA Monday talk, but YouTube was acting, so bringing it to you guys today. If you did not see Saturday's UFC event, which was UFC 139, you guys should look it up. I believe pay-per-view is probably showing it all week. It was a great fight. From the Facebook fights, from the prelims on Spike to the main card fights, they were all excellent. Um, One fight did get booed, which was the Stephan Bonner fight. It wasn't as exciting as his other previous fights, but it was not a bad one. The only thing is, it was a lot of groundwork, which is, I find it to be exciting to see only because it's like chess. You really don't know the outcome, but I can see why it's boring to people because they don't want to see that. They want to see the flashy knockouts. They want to see blood. Um, but this is why we need to start talking more about MMA, more jiu-jitsu, more wrestling, to get people educated on this process and to see that sometimes going on the ground and choking someone out is as exciting as seeing someone get knocked out. But there were two Fight of the Night bonuses awarded. That was to Vanderlei Silva versus Kung Lee. That was a great fight. That one, I'm glad to see that they kept Vanderlei Silva. They didn't let him go, and to see actually him pull out a performance the way he did. And the second fight went to the main fight, which was Dan Hendo Henderson versus Mauricio Shogun Hua. That fight is top 2 fight in UFC history, at least for me. Those guys are warriors. They went at it. If you have to see it, just me speaking it doesn't do it justice. But after the event, at the post-fight conference, Dana White said that Dan Henderson's next fight could be a title fight. So here's where things get interesting. Dan Henderson fights at 2 weight classes. He fights at 185 and at 205. At 185, he can fight Anderson Silva for the belt, which is a more possibility since Anderson Silva is injured, so is Dan Henderson, and Chael Sonnen is saying he does not want to wait for Anderson Silva to heal up. He feels that Anderson Silva is ducking him, and Chael Sonnen wants to fight. I understand where Chael Sonnen is coming from. He's almost been a year out of the ring, so he wants to start fighting more, get the ring rust out. So this possibly fight can happen between Dan Henderson and Anderson Silva, a rematch. But if he decides that he wants to fight at 205, then he has 3 opponents that he might go against. I believe it's this week or next week. It's the fight between John Jones versus Lyoto Machida. So he would have to wait the winner of that. And then he also has to realize that Rashad Evans has a #1 title shot. So does he leap over Rashad Evans and gets the winner of John Jones or Lyoto Machida? Or would Dana White and the rest of the UFC presidents agree that he would have to fight Rashad Evans to secure that #1 title shot? So it's a lot interesting. So we would have to see and wait what happens. Personally, I would love to see him fight John Jones. I think that's a very exciting fight. I believe that both their styles clash very good. That'll make an interesting fight. Don't get me wrong. Him fighting Anderson Silva would be great. I actually believe that he could beat Anderson Silva this time after seeing how Chael Sonnen fought, which was you have to put pressure on him, take the fight to him, and I believe Dan Henderson has that style where he can keep it on the ground. Actually, keep it on the feet, not on the ground, because if you take Anderson Silva to the ground, you're getting choked out, as we saw with the Chael Sonnen fight. So, at 205, if he fights John Jones, someone will be getting knocked out. because they're both great, standing up. We haven't really seen John Jones ground game that much, but he looks to be improving by each fight. If Lyoto Machida wins somehow, then I believe Dan Henderson will beat Lyoto Machida, because we saw what Shogun did, and Dan Henderson is a lot more uh, stronger and more precise with his hits than Shogun. At least that's what I believe. But what do you guys think? Who do you want to see Dan Henderson fight? Do you want him to see fight Anderson Silva for the title, or the winner between John Jones, Lyoto Machida, or fight Rashad Evans for the #1 contendership? So let me know, guys, below, or leave a video comment to this. There was one more thing that Dana White said at the press conference that was very interesting. The next UFC fight on Fox will be in January, and it will be a 4-fight, 2-hour event, and it will be in Chicago, Illinois, at the United Center. No fights were confirmed, there is rumors going around that if Chael Sonnen does not decide to wait for Anderson Silva, that he will fight here in Chicago. But if he decides to take the fight with Anderson Silva, that will happen sometime in February, near Super Bowl weekend. So we would have to wait and see. So if Chael Sonnen decides to wait, we'll possibly see him February. If not, we'll see him here in Chicago, Illinois. We don't know who his opponent could be. So that's it, guys. Remember to leave, like I said, a comment below. Please subscribe and comment and like this video. So that's it, guys. Peace out.